we bout that, and we represent UK worldwide, got the drill stepping.
This clip is brought to you by backlash.online.com.
Surprisingly, Chrisean Rock has caught backlash for her statements in regards to the Israel-Gaza war. Now, I don't particularly know too much about Miss Rock. I've always seen her in the media more so for her relationship with Blueface, which seems like quite a tumultuous one, and she's often painted as being quite silly and stuff, or just, so I was actually quite surprised because in the video that she's getting backlash about, she spoke out on a few things which was very surprising to me. But I want to let you guys check it out, and then I want to weigh back in.
They don't believe in Jesus, so that's why it's happening right there. Like all them people that's bowing down with them carpets that's on the floor, they bowing down to a God that said to worship his son, to accept his son first. So, and then they making big palaces of it, like like they really standing and sticking behind it, like they made laws about their religion. So I'm kind of like, where Jesus was born at, they over there believe in something that's totally have nothing to do with him, right? Or no? Because like I seen videos where they pray at is cockroaches and infested with, like, so what is God trying to tell us? That's what I want to know from this whole situation. Like, well, what is the message behind the chaos? Like, yeah, we know war to war, but it's like, okay, things always happen for a reason, and it's happening. What is the reason behind it? Not the economic, the political reason. I want to know the spiritual reason behind it. Like, then he said, girl, it's the same God. No, Jesus is different. Like, Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus is the representation of God. And then God told us if we don't accept his son, we don't receive anything out of it. So us praying to Allah, God, it's kind of like pointless if you don't receive Jesus. That's basically what's written in the word, in so many words. So I just feel like where the place was Jesus born at, like, what do y'all think? You think I'm like off or what?
Yeah, so there you go. Surprising words. I actually definitely, agree with a lot of the stuff that she said on here. Despite her face tattoo, which I think is a bit much, but that's her own personal choice, and some of her reported actions, she actually came off on this a lot smarter than people gave her credit for. I don't understand why she's getting so much backlash because, she's obviously a follower of Christ. You see her with Jesus, well, not Jesus, you see her with a cross chain. And from what she's saying, she is drawing the distinction between the Muslim God and the Christian / the Judeo-Christian God. So, not everybody's going to believe from that aspect. And, she's sort of coming from the level of, I guess, study that she's come from and what she knows. But as we know, opinions often differ. We just hope people would be able to be respectful. This was something we reposted on social media saying that there will be a reaction video coming. Another person who chimed in was Mr. Serv-On from No Limit Records. He had some choice words to say about Chrisean. Now let's check it out and then we'll do some commentary. So Mr. Serv-On took to the comments on Instagram and he was a bit more respectful than where she came from. So Mr. Serv-On said, I respect anyone's opinion, but she speaks about God, but she fights over females, have relations on video and put it out, dressed half naked, had a baby out of wedlock, and the list go on. But in her defense, she is young and ill-informed of life, and judging someone else's God and faith, you better live by your God's ways. So there we see words from Mr. Serv-On. I don't think she disparaged the plight of the Palestinian people or anything. And my whole thing is everybody's got a right to an opinion, and I just think it can become very dangerous when people start putting other people down based on their own personal thoughts on them. Like saying, they've done this or they've done that, or they haven't done this or they haven't done that. And, they use that to levy their own opinion like it somehow negates the other person's opinion or right to have it. I believe we ain't always got to agree. You know, and sometimes that's the whole point of having discourse and conversation so that we can learn. But when we're ready to condemn what another person has to say just because it makes us feel a certain type of way about it, it could make us actually the one that's being ignorant. Especially, you know, due to the fact that everybody has flaws, you know, nobody's perfect. And a lot of the times people who try and moralize the most to say, oh, well, this person's doing this person's doing that. It could be fingers pointed at them for different things at the same time too. So that's something that we'll always got to consider and think about. Moreover, she didn't appear to take any sides to me. She was just calling it how she sees it. And she was also asking people to correct her or give her information on what they feel. So, you know, definitely shouts out to both these guys using their voices. I know a lot of people feel that Black Americans or blacks in the diaspora should really just stay out and leave it to these guys to just figure things out. But ultimately, it's a war that affects everybody at the same time and at the same token. If you guys want to hear more socio-political and geopolitical conversation, do head over to the DOA TBM channel on YouTube. That's DOA TBM, Dive Attack Black Man, where the content is more so curated towards these issues as such. So we definitely want to encourage everybody to stay positive where they can. Do your own research. Don't just follow what these protesters are saying. You know, some of them are being paid to put out a particular message. So do your own research. Take your own stance. Obviously, we condemn war and killing on all fronts. Albeit sometimes in society it can be just a necessary thing. What happens, even in the scriptures, it says a time for war, time for peace, so on and so forth. But we continue to pray for the peace of those affected in the Middle East and for the peace of Jerusalem.
Cause we bout that, and we representing UK worldwide, got the trill stepping. Cause we bout that, and we representing UK worldwide, got the trill stepping. We be representing, bout that online. That's the hottest spot, the real ones you gon' find.